there, back to KennieSuperstar, and today I will be reviewing the Secret Coders book from book 1 to 6 right from one video, because it is a review, not like the telling the storyline. The reason is some of my friends told me some books have a really good storyline, and if I spoil it from the start, there is no reason why I'm why I am even doing this. People should just read the book instead, or so. Today I'm gonna be reviewing Secret Coders by Luen and Mike Holmes. Now, this book has a really good storyline. I like how it changes tenses and changes from the past to the future really nicely. And I like the change of things and gives another fun perspective of coding. And I am not really good at coding, so this actually gives me another way to think about coding. And we see how the characters of these three people, Hopper, Amy, and Josh, change and what burden they're in. It's if I had to compare this, it's gonna be to Harry Potter, because the storyline is pretty similar. Well, except it's kind of one person. Hopper's the main character, this person this girl. She has a father that is a skilled coder that goes to a coding school. Well, sounds like Harry Potter. His father, James Potter, and his mother, Lily Potter, except it's only her father, both are very skilled wizards, and they go to a wizarding school. Hopper doesn't know that his father went to a coding school and only went to a normally school because his father had a problem with his mother, causing them to divorce. Now, the only thing is, they're still alive, Hopper doesn't really get to see his father. Harry never gets to meet his actual parents. Well, did, but for only 1 year, until they died because of Voldemort. And then Hopper suddenly gets taken to this coding thing because for some reason, the janitor becomes a professor. Now, Harry, from not knowing any magic, Hopper knows a bit about coding, but not that much, of course, suddenly gets transferred into this magic thing. Hopper later on gets really good at it. Harry, of course, he's gifted at this. He's the boy who lived. He's a very famous person. Really gets onto magic really quickly. And Hopper has later on been revealed about this mastermind destructor who tried to create a robot army to destroy the world. Now, James Potter was in the league with Albus Dumbledore, who organized the Order of the Phoenix to try and stop Lord Voldemort. Now, the bad person is Pascal Pacquiao, who also had really good coding skills and tried to create a robot army to save the world. Lord Voldemort had his faithful Death Eaters, with Lucius Malfoy, Bellatrix Lestrange, and other more. Later on, they face with Pascal Pacquiao one-on-one multiple times. They meet multiple times. And in some books, Pascal Pacquiao later on becomes principal of their school because an illness happened to the old principal. Well, sounds interesting. Albus Dumbledore got killed by Severus Snape, who was good. But Draco Malfoy, who was a Death Eater, disarmed him, and Severus Snape was playing a double agent role for Dumbledore the whole time. So he had to be trustworthy and kill Dumbledore. Kind of the same thing. The last book, he was also the principal, which is how Severus Snape, well, maybe not Snape, but Amicus Carroll and Electro Carroll became professors of Hogwarts and took control over all the punishments, all the detentions, most of the curriculum on teaching. This is really similar. And I don't know if this is a book review or argumentative video of how this book is related to Harry Potter, but it's going really good. And in this last book, they later have a big fight, and Pascal Pacquiao dies. well, not die, but his plan is ruined and later on is captured in prison. Voldemort has a struggle with Harry and later on dies after all his Horcruxes are defeated. How are Horcruxes, which are part of Voldemort's soul, related to Pascoe-Pacquiao? Now, of course, Pascoe-Pacquiao had the Turtle of Light, which used to be to the old professor, Professor B, who taught him, who was the janitor of Hopper's school, which later secretly taught Hopper, and Amy, and Josh's coding lessons. This Turtle of Light was brought back to Professor B, and this thing called Green Pop, which Pascoe-Pacquiao decided to try and use it to take over the world with, was this green kind of soda where a human eats it or gets touched by it enough, they would have no other desires, no other memories, but they want to see the color green. This is kind of what happens throughout. So I think the storyline is really good, even though, of course, Harry Potter is really good. The storyline is pretty similar, and it's really good. And also, I like how the story goes on, and you have to read to find out most of the story. I try to not spoil it as much as possible, but I'm so sorry for people who are reading Harry Potter right now and don't want spoilers because I spoiled almost the whole story, but, well, it's fine. Shout out, please subscribe to my friend's channel. It's called Fantasy. He'll be really happy because I shout out his video, and also I hope he shout out to my channel too. He probably will. So give it a like, subscribe, watch my other videos, and bye!